All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna jump right into it. It's been a car we had on the channel for a while, but getting back to it. Tell you guys right now, once we drop it off, what we're gonna do to this thing. And we made it, baby. So we'll load this into the garage, pop the hood, and show you guys. We're gonna see if they can do it without a stand. You sure?
Slide it out. Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, we gotta rotate this, I think.
Other way.
Your tripod knife?
Ready? Y'all gotta lift the front up higher. Set, go. Hey, it actually worked.
Come on now, we don't need that hoist, boy. We can walk the dog. We don't need a dupe.
Smooth. Now that they got that off, we got this one freed up for the motor. We'll be doing for that tomorrow. But now we'll get to this and explain what happened. This is looking bad. On what happened, we were driving, got slower over time. One day I was going up a hill and all of a sudden I heard like the motor struggling even more, and all of a sudden, and that was it. Turned around, went down the hill, coasted all the way there. Well, not one thing is another. So we'll be taking this motor out. I got a new one I had built. I didn't have built, but I got a new one at the house that I've had in pieces for a while now. Trying to get to it now that we have time. So we'll go ahead, start tomorrow, and we'll go from there. All right, we're into the next day. I got the block, got the transmission, because the one that's in my car, third, went out. Got the heads. Don't mind the dust. It's been sitting for over a year. As you can see, the kids was drawing on it when it first came by. Got all the gaskets there. Go ahead and pull the motor so we can redress everything up onto this block, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and unload everything, put this on the stand, and start pulling the motor. And at the same time I'm doing that, Arlen's gonna be pulling this motor out so they can send it over to the guy who did the motor work on it so he can figure out whatever the problem was internally. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. Already got those. Got the K-member separated from the motor and the trans. The shifter kind of went too low and it was overflowing out of there, so had a little mishap. All in all, this is done. Arlen got this out, put the suspension back, and then we'll go to this one. This one's ready to pull right now, so we'll get this one out, put this one back on the ground, and then start on mine. Now with this one, drain all the oil and tranny fluid out of here. And go grab my little drain pan, put that under there, and be good to go. That's almost done. Oh, that is nasty. That's not good. Third gear was blown out, so I'm pretty sure it was a little more something else too. All right, now look. Not on the clutch. Third gear, fourth gear. Third gear, fourth gear. One going to second, first, fifth. Ain't that about something, homie? Clutch in. That's done. I'll let that drain out for another 5 minutes. Go to the oil. That was black. Smell like straight gear oil. That light right there. And we'll let that drain the rest of the way.
Just look at that new Coyote coming in, baby. Got another one. I'm just playing. Oh my goodness. There's some issues that went on, right? It's not our issues. Nothing that has to do with us. We went to go get a tune, and tuner gave us some info back that came back to where the builder needs to go back over. So Arlen had found an issue with the pressure, with the oil pressure. So the oil pressure was at like 20 at first startup. and it's supposed to be higher. His is at 100 when he fires his up. We had another Gen 1 over here that was supercharged as well, that was Whippled. He's at 100, but this thing is a brand new motor, brand new build, and it's at 20 PSI every startup. So kind of fluctuate normal once you actually start driving it. You hardly noticed that. But once we went to go get a tune, tuner said that 44 degrees off on the timing. So there's an issue there. So now we took it back out. Now it's gonna go back to the actual engine builder, and he's gonna tear this apart and figure out what he did wrong. Not gonna say no names, not gonna say anything, talk down upon anybody, but we're gonna keep it straight. So it's going back, and then we might see it back in maybe like 2 weeks, hopefully. So let's cross our fingers.
Man, this thing is looking nasty. Got this one out, got that one put away. So now this one will go off to the engine builder after Arlen undresses it, takes the blower off, long tubes. And then this one I'll start the breakdown. As I'm doing the breakdown on that, I'll be adding to this motor. So this is the motor that's gonna go in there. I already got the heads, timing cover, head bolts, gasket set, and everything, or oil pump too. So everything to put this motor back together. I got the transmission I'll put on the back of that. We'll see what's wrong with this motor as we go. Catch you guys in the next clip. As you guys can see, some brass up in there. That's bearing material. So one of the bearings ain't good. It's toast. Oh, it's even worse. So that sucks. That's why we're rebuilding it. We got to show you guys the rat damage. Chewed through that. Antifreeze is all in the valley. I have to get a new knock sensor harness. Luckily, it's not a big part of the harness. You know, it's just this pigtail. That's it. So end up looking for a new one. Grabbed a new knock sensor harness, and so far so good with just that damage. But yeah, might take the transmission off and heads, and then go ahead and probably pull a cap off a couple to see what cylinder it was, and go from there. Driver's side, cylinder 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right there, different from all the other ones. So something was either about to give or on its way out. So yeah, that was something that's not normal. We'll quick the other head gasket. Cylinder 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nothing really on this side. This was the block side, head side, and you can see right here, the head side, block side. So yeah, that right there, I'm gonna assume that was either gonna become a problem or it was a problem already. Get back to breaking it down. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can flip it over somehow to where we can see the bottom of the engine without being on a stand. So you guys can see and enjoy. So it was a change of plans. I was gonna strip down the caps on the bottom. Then I looked at the time and I still had to clean up. So I just went ahead and cleaned up. Sorry, 2 in the morning, I gotta wake up early and get my day started. And go ahead and call it a night. So I'm gonna give this motor to my nephew. We'll go ahead and open it up once I get to his house and we'll see what is going on the bottom end. And we'll see if we have to go with a bigger bearing or not. He'll go from there. So his little project build is a S95 Mustang. We'll just put a cover swap in. So we'll give you guys more information as we go on that one. But as for this one, stripped down, and now I'm gonna clean all these parts off, and I'll start building it for that one over there. Swap it back in this thing. So yeah, we'll get on to the next one. All right, so it's day 3. Got the heads out of the bag. Need to take the block out of the bag. Got the whole timing kit right here. That's how much this kit cost. And boy, that's a pretty penny. That's what it comes with. That tab is for bearings as well, so it's $4.39. Still a pretty penny. Got everything except the lifters, so I don't want to run those lifters in there because it had a confetti party in that motor. Don't want to put that in this one, so I'm going ahead and order the lifters today. It's going to take a while, so I'll try to put the heads on. Not obviously install, but put them up so I can bag it. And then I guess I'll just be cleaning parts today and getting them ready. Unfortunately, my goal today was to get the timing chain kit on, torque down the heads to the motor, finish all the timing, and start cleaning the parts. It's been a while since I've seen these parts, so can't remember everything that I got and everything that I needed to get still. So as I'm refreshing my memory, we should say, I figure it out as I go on what I don't have. So far, it's just those lifters, but everything else seems to be here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get to it and put them on. I'm going to show you guys what everything looks like since it's all redone. Looks nice. Don't mind that. Left that in the rain by accident, but it still works. Still need the side bolts. Look at those. But looks beautiful. This side looks the same as well. But yeah, go ahead and just set the heads on. And whenever I get the lifters, I'll go ahead and install them and do all the timing. Because you don't want to install the heads or no timing because you go to rotate the motor to put all the lifters in. Potentially bend some valves, so I'm not willing to risk that. So I'll go ahead and just set the gasket on, set those on, put all the bolts on. Gaskets for the heads, both part numbers for you guys, if you guys are wondering. But yeah, get to it.
We interrupt this broadcast with these messages from Torn. This is an update, all right? So an update on this thing, because we're still on this thing. So there was a pause to it, some extra parts that we needed and everything, so I kind of took a break. All right, so I'm getting to work, all right? I'm getting to work doing all this stuff, well, pretty much by myself, because Isaac is pretty slammed at work. Travs doing other things too with his cars. So I got this one pretty much together. I'm gonna leave it like this until we install it, then I'll put the valve covers on. I painted the valve covers. You'll see once they actually go on. Right now, I am taking out this pilot bearing because this thing is disgusting. Everything is nasty in the back of this thing. Even the bolts for the intake manifold. I'm thinking about swapping those out, but we'll see. I got this block stripped pretty much. I got the valve cover bolts off of it. I pulled the tranny off, pulled all the bolts off, and look at this pilot bearing. This thing's like new still, boy. Look at that. And it still spins. All right, but I'm about to get to this. I'm about to use this bad boy and try to pull that rust thing out. The piece of rusty, I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna try to pull that out and see how it goes pretty much. So let me get to this. I'll get back with you guys and hopefully it'll be off. All right, showing you guys how this stuff works, baby. Let me see if I can do it with one hand. I should be able to use one hand. Kind of got a little bit out. Oh, wait. Got it. Yeah, beautiful. All right, I did try the bread method, so don't worry about that. That's a little gunky. I'm gonna clean this out, and then I'm gonna put a new one in, and then we're gonna send this bad boy right on in. So that's pretty much what the update was, is I'm putting the clutch and everything on. Hopefully today I'm gonna put the rear main seal on, put the pilot bearing in, flywheel up, clutch up, transmission on, and then hopefully dropping it in. Now, I only got an hour to do that, so I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we'll try.
You can do it!
We definitely will try. If not, it'll definitely be tomorrow because I'll have more daylight and more time. It's just things that, you know, this is the reason why we haven't been putting out a whole bunch of content, because things get busy and nasty. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But anyways, that's the update for this thing. Once this engine is in, I'll be playing basically dress up with this thing and getting this thing tidied up and nice and juicy. I do got to send off the headliner because I did mess up on that, so I'm gonna just send it off. I thought I could do it, but yeah, that ain't work out too well. But anyways, back to the regular program. Let's get back to it. It's looking pretty nasty. It's not too bad actually, because you can still see the lines from the resurface that had previously done, but whoever was getting this thing was getting work. It's not even that bad looking at it. It's just a little rusty, that's it. But do it, resurface it, make sure everything is good, because even though this is a Duralast, it's brand new. We don't have a whole bunch of power in this thing. It's gonna be stock, so stock clutch from AutoZone, that's perfectly fine. But until next time, we'll catch you guys when we catch y'all. I'm gonna get back to this and hopefully get this sent off soon. Right?
The next day.
All right, the day that this goes in, took the hood off, got everything pretty much prepped and ready. We're gonna leave everything like this. I'm gonna power wash it after once it's in. So once this goes in, we're gonna need a lot. Gonna need the dipstick before the headers go on, but these little 5.0s you can put headers on after it goes in. Same with the oil pressure sensor down there. Get that off this block and then flip it back on over to this one. But that's gonna be after, once everything is in. Putting this in is the main goal, the main focus. Sealing everything up and put some towels in, plastics, that way nothing kind of gets in the motor. Put the hood back on and put it in. So let's see how far we can actually get today. I know that we can get it in. We can get the motor in today at least. But as far as like putting everything up and bolting it up, we gotta see. Another thing, look at this. That's always nice. Nice. So I gotta find another bolt for that too. So one more thing. All right, well, it is in. Now it is time to button up everything, lock everything down. The cross member's locked in, transmission's locked in. Now it's just about taking off the drive shaft, getting it up, bolting that up, and then it'll be officially, the drivetrain will be locked in. Then it goes from there and take all the components off. So we clean these up, sand them down. We're gonna get a new one, or a new tensioner, and then paint everything. So that way it looks brand new, looks nice and decent when it goes on there. So that's pretty much it for today. We're gonna come back another day and then get started on it again. Probably start with this painting and then start putting everything on. But as far as that goes right now, we just need black paint. So we get the black paint, come back and get to it. All right, let's go.
Okay, Arlen disassembled that motor, sent it back to the builder. I did all this. It's time to clean up now. Start with the smaller parts, put some degreaser in here. Just act like a hot tank, but it's not hot. And then once it's done, I'll rinse them off and then put them right there on that rag. I freaking forgot nothing's torqued down. I just put it all in so we don't have all the parts sitting here anymore. So I put the head gaskets in. I forgot to get lash adjusters, or it's gonna be called lifters. So had to put those on order. Pretty much stuck at this point. Got the head bolts in, not torqued. Cams, the cam bolts aren't torqued. Same with the guides. Once those come in, be able to put them in, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on cleaning everything up. All right, y'all, y'all see this AC compressor before? It's real nasty, but I'll show you guys what it looks like after. It's kind of like real good. done for the night. Everything is cleaned up. Now, it ain't perfect. There's gonna be some spots left over. When I first did them, they were cleaned up, spotless. And then after everything was installed over time, drove it for like a year, you know, just driving on the road, and I guess the rack had broke or was leaking. Sprayed everything on the bottoms. Everything is cleaned up, but it's not perfect. You're gonna get some, you get close, you're gonna get some little spots like that, but I don't mind that. I just don't want it to where I grabbed a piece and my hand's full of grease after that. So got all that, and then this, and then the plastic bristle brush had started deteriorating. So I'm gonna wait to do that for another time. You'll just take that bolt on top with an impact, take it off. There's a couple small bolts and the face comes out. That's how I painted it the first time, but I'm just gonna clean it this time. So when I first built the motor, I was going for perfection. You know, it's clean. You zoom in, there'll be some spots like that and stuff, but I don't mind it at this point. This isn't the permanent motor. I was gonna go with a different motor, but we're gonna go and put that into another car. And I'll wait to do another motor for this car. But in the meantime, this is just a motor I'm gonna put in just to cruise around and get this thing back on the road, because it hasn't seen the road in about, I'd say like a year or two. The reservoir for the power steering, you couldn't read that at first, and now you can. Yeah, we're just getting to a point where getting overwhelmed. It's time to put everything in motion. I've had all these parts for this car sitting in the house, but it was on the back burner because we had other stuff to handle first. But now, finally getting to it. So we're gonna clean it up, then we're gonna wait for the parts to come, and then we're gonna put everything back together. So I'm cruising around until I get the motor I really want to put in here. Well, y'all reached the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know we enjoy making them. See you guys on the next one. Stay tuned. We're going to have some good projects coming up here in the near future. See y'all on the next one. Y'all know what time it is. Stang D. We out.